I grew up in an environment with hardly anything. My parents were 18 when I was born, and my dad was an addict. My mother had agoraphobia. God rest their souls, both of them. And I just had nothing. I had no support. I had no skills. And what do I do today? I am a life coach that teaches people how to have skills. And I am all about building a supportive community. Why? Because I didn't have it. Because there's hardly any people on the planet that want you to have skills more than I do because I didn't have them and I know what it's like. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago. You're not the same person you were 6 months ago. Be who you are now. And a big part of who you are now is what you learned you didn't want, right? If you just don't know what to do. And many of us get in these places in our life where we're like, I don't know what to do. Or I've had a lot of failure. I don't know what to do next. Or I'm angry because my life isn't going the way it should be. This is perfect material as a life coach to help you learn to self validate and know what you want. That's always the first step. Not what this person did to you, not the status of the world, not your past failures. It's what you want now. And what your life experiences have taught you, you prefer now. Think about your early experiences. And if you're in high school or a young adult, you could still relate to this. Let's use dating. Dating is so much about gathering information about what you don't want, right? And so you think you know what you want and you want this partner and you date them and you're like, I don't like that. That's an example of growth. We all are here to grow and learn. And if you take the pressure off yourself a little bit, take the pressure off circumstances and look at it like this, you're just here to grow. You're here to grow and learn and create more things in your life that you prefer. That's it. And for those of you like me that started off in an environment that was very much not preferred, this has been a lifelong gathering of, oh, I learned that. But I don't care if your parents were the best parents and they taught you everything. It's not what they teach you, it's what you learn, it's what you decide. Right? I have 3 kids in middle school right now. Do you think I can tell them anything? No, they get this beautiful journey of self-discovery. So if there's one thing I could teach them, one thing I could teach you, it's all about how to self-validate and believe in yourself. Now, if you're angry, you're irritable, or you don't like the way things are going, there is a really cool tool, and it's in the book if you want to get the book on Amazon. But I'm going to show you how to do it right now. Now, if you want to do it with me, you can do 2 things. You can listen to the rest of this video and then go back and do it, or you can pause right now. Before you pause, get something to write on and something to write with. Okay? So pause now and go get it, or listen to this. This little exercise is called do want, don't want. I'm just going to write that. Actually, I said it backwards. This little exercise is don't want, do want. This might work better if I had a big whiteboard, but I don't, and I like working with, I don't know if this is going to show up backwards. Don't want, do want. So this is the first thing I want you to do. I want you to write down everything that you hate, everything that irritates you, everything that pisses you off, right on this. The more emotion of don't want it that you have, put it here. It's going to feel really good just to get this out, but that's not the end game. So I'll tell you a little bit about what I came up with this morning on my. I told you I woke up in the last video, I told you I woke up feeling very irritable and angry. And I teach more or less positive psychology and reframing events and everything. And so Is it wrong that I woke up angry and irritable? It's good data, but I don't like it, especially those of us who've had a lot of negative emotions. We don't like feeling that way. So I try to get out of it. I don't ignore it, but I don't want to stay in it. So I always ask myself, why am I feeling this way? I personally don't do well with understanding my situation without journaling, without writing it down. There's something about getting it out of the mind and writing it using my body to process things. And then there's the whole, I'm a visual learner too. Here's my don't want, do want. And I told you I had a lot to deal with because I'm angry this morning. Actually, I'm feeling better now. I'll tell you how I got there. So here's the stuff I felt. What am I most irritated or pissed off about? I just wrote it down. So when you do this, I'm just going to give you examples here because I want you to just write it down. Here's my examples: billionaires, doom news, AI, the economy, wars, fear mongering, this feeling of being left behind, uncertainty, people who gaslight. So those are some of the things I just felt angry with because this is what's circulating out there and it's affecting me. So I want you to take my information and I want you to think to yourself, what is bothering you? Now, it can be the broader culture, or it could be my kids not picking up their shoes, or my partner gaslighting me, or I hate my boss. Whatever it is, write it down. And when I have my clients do this for the first time, they can fill up 3 or 4 pages that you just want to do on this side. All the stuff you hate. And it could be about your past too. I hate that I don't like that I'm in this position, whatever it is. So now we're going to pause again for a few minutes. Just pause the video and you write your own list. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you the next thing to do. While you're doing that, I just dropped my pen and I'm going to go get it. Okay, we're back. So you should have, if this is your first time, you probably have a lot on your page that you filled up. Now, in my book, I talk a lot about this framework of problems always lead to something better. Life, I said, is all about, I learned that I don't want this. Now I know I want this. So now everything on your don't want list, I want you to think about what that's caused you to want, right? So for an example, and I've used this one in the book, I believe, I had a client and she'd been married 4 times and she was pissed off about it. She was losing her 4th marriage. It wasn't going well. And she wasn't happy about that. She felt like a failure. She felt like she was never going to have a good relationship. And so that, of course, is what she was putting on don't want. So I asked her, what is the opposite? What is the opposite of all those things? So she said, I don't want to feel like a failure. So I want to feel successful. I don't want to feel lonely. I want to feel loved. I want to not have a bad relationship. I want to have a good relationship. So those are some examples of how you take the don't want and you move it to the do want category. All right. Pause it. Let's have you do that right now while I take a drink. Okay. We're back. Or you never pause and you're just going to listen to this first. By the way, I'm going to put these exercises on Substack, but we're going to start here. So there's all these modalities. There's YouTube where you can see the video and the audio. There's podcast, just audio, and there's Substack where you can see the worksheets and all of it together. If you really want to do this work, I'm going to give you all the tools to do it and buy the book too, because it gives you a lot more on what this methodology is and how it works. So you did all the don't want. Now you have the list of what you do want in your life. So you're going to take this and you're going to fold it in half on the line, right? You're going to fold it, do want, and you're going to tear it down the middle, or if you want scissors, you're going to cut it. Now we have two lists. This is all the things life has taught me I don't want. Thank you, life, for teaching me that. An example of this is I had an ex who was super mean, and I was super naive, and I got hurt very much by this person, but I didn't want to feel that way anymore. So he taught me how to be tougher and how to be more effective and not so naive and how to get my way. There was a lot I didn't like about that relationship, but it taught me a lot and it grew me. And when I left him, I said, thank you. You've been probably my greatest teacher in my life. It's hard to wrap our head around this, but life's horrible things teach us what we don't want for one reason. Now we know what we do want. So there's two things to do this list. I want you to somehow ceremoniously destroy this list. I want you to do whatever feels really good with as much rage and disgust as possible with this list. So you can set it on fire. I don't care what you do. You could throw it into the Grand Canyon. Thank you, life experiences, for teaching me what I don't want. I'm over you. Now I know what I do want. And this, my friend, is your blueprint for your life moving forward. All these things you learned you don't want have just made you stronger and more determined about these things. So I will give you another example. I had a person, I actually worked on his political campaign. He was quite wealthy. And he told me a story, and I can't remember the details right now, but basically the story was something like, when I was a child, I felt very ashamed of not having money. I was treated less than other kids because I didn't have money. And I remember the day, he said, I remember the day where I said, I will be rich someday because I will never feel this way. There's a lot more examples. I'm sure there's examples you can think of in your own life where that thing bothered you so much that you did the opposite. Or you could research people that became success stories. So why? What motivated them? The greatest motivator is being pissed off and angry and distressed or disgusted by something, right? So instead of you suffering and being depressed, and God knows I know depression, you know my story, instead of that, let's do something about it. So now you know what you want. And the next video, we're going to continue learning as if I was your life coach on what to do, because you come to me as a new client and you're probably in a lot of distress and you probably have things in your life that aren't going well. Now, usually when people start coaching with me, they have a shit show of a life. And sometimes it's just one or two things. So you could be in, I'm completely overwhelmed, nothing's going right. Or you could be like, a lot of things are going right. I just need to work on these one or two things, right? Whatever it is, it's always the same starting point. Okay. First step, learn to self-validate. Do this little activity, go back and do it before you watch the next video or listen to the next podcast or read the next Substack. Okay. Until next time, say bye.
Bye.
See ya.